Hello friends, I'm Dr. Jono from Gluck Orthodontics in Nashville, Tennessee. Today I'm excited to spend some time with you talking about the mysterious and intriguing topic of orthodontic insurance. This is an important topic in an area that raises a lot of questions and causes confusion among our patients and their families. While our financial team spends hours each week researching and confirming benefits, filing claims, and educating patients about their coverage, our goal for this video is to provide you with some basic information about orthodontic insurance so you'll be able to better understand how your coverage will work for you and your child. I want to emphasize that there are lots of nuances when it comes to ortho insurance. We're going to do our best to cover some high-level topics and FAQs. Now, if you have any follow-up questions, please give our office a call and we would be honored to help you. So, here are the high-level topics we're going to cover as part of this video. First and foremost, what insurances do we accept? Next, what are lifetime maximums and the percentage of a treatment fee? What to look for when shopping for a new policy, the fact that insurance coverage is actually an estimate of overall benefit, how insurance is filed and how it is paid out, what happens if there are changes to insurance, what happens if there's double coverage on one specific patient, and finally, what happens if you sign up for coverage mid-treatment. Again, if you have any questions, give us a call or leave us a comment. We'll do our very best to help you. Let's get to it. So first up is what insurances do we accept? I'll start off by mentioning that we accept all insurance carriers except for anything related to Medicare, Medicaid, TennCare, or DHMO policies, which require patients to see an in-network provider. The most common companies that we work with are Blue Cross Blue Shield, Delta Dental, MetLife, and Cigna. I should also mention that we do not file any medical claims for orthodontic treatment. All right, now on to lifetime maximums. I'll start off by saying that not every dental policy includes orthodontic coverage, and often patients and parents don't realize this until we check their policy for them. These benefits are usually part of the fine print of signing up for a new policy and require special attention to make sure they are selected. A little later in this video, we will go through what to look for when shopping for a new policy. Now, if your policy has orthodontic coverage, the lifetime maximum is the actual dollar amount that the insurance will pay towards your orthodontic treatment fee. Many patients think that their orthodontic policy will cover the complete orthodontic fee, and that is rarely the case. Rather, your policy will have this lifetime maximum, which is a one-time benefit that's paid out per individual covered on the policy. Each member of your family needs to be listed on the policy to receive the benefit. The most common lifetime maximums that we see on policies are in the $1,000 to $2,000 per individual range. In the US, average comprehensive orthodontic fees range from around $5,000 up to $7,500 for comprehensive care, so there's almost always an out-of-pocket expense for treatment. The good news is that at Gluck Orthodontics, we offer no interest, in-house financing, and flexible payment options to work with everyone's budget. One important note about lifetime maximums. Some children may have multiple orthodontic treatments, usually one around 8 or 9 and a second at 12, 13, 14. If that's the case and the lifetime maximum was applied to the first phase of treatment, there may be less or no additional coverage for your child when it's time for the second phase. Orthodontic lifetime maximums do not renew on existing policies for new phases of treatment. Some patients may have coverage left over for the second phase, but this needs to be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. All right, next up is what to look for when shopping for a policy with coverage. This is a super common question we're asked, especially when we see young kids who don't need any orthodontic treatment at the time, but they will in the future, and their parents want to know what to look for when signing up for a future policy to ensure that they'll receive some kind of benefit. So the first thing to do, and this may seem obvious, but may also require some digging and asking questions on your part, is to make sure the policy actually has an orthodontic benefit. Now, some policies differ on whether the coverage is for for children or adults. So if you're an adult and you're researching policies, you want to make sure that adult treatment is covered. Now, along those lines, many policies also have an age-specific limit, and the main age limits that we see are 18, 19, or 26 years old. Many policies also include a waiting period, usually a year, before an orthodontic benefit can be utilized. You'll need to pay your insurance premiums during the waiting period before you're able to receive the benefit. If you decide to start treatment during the waiting period, before that period is over, we can still file a claim once the waiting period has concluded and the benefit is triggered, but you may not receive the full lifetime maximum. What happens if you're in treatment and you sign up for a new policy? In that case, you want to make sure that the policy covers treatment in progress to receive any benefit. And if they do, usually the company will pay a prorated amount of the lifetime maximum based on how long the patient has been in treatment and how much longer they have until treatment has been completed. If you have questions as you're looking for a new policy, we help people with this all the time. So that's a great time to give our office a call, and we can walk you through what you may be seeing on the insurance policy before you sign up to make sure you're going to get that orthodontic benefit for you or your child. The next topic is the idea that the line item for orthodontic insurance coverage on a treatment contract is really an estimate of the amount of coverage or the amount that the insurance company will pay out. It's not a guarantee. And I know that's kind of weird. Insurance companies are very fickle organizations, but we have had instances where the insurance company, for various reasons, will not pay the benefit that is listed on the policy. So again, that line item that is on the contract that lists the expected benefit is an estimate but not a guarantee. And if for any reason the insurance company does not pay the benefit that is quoted on the contract, the patient is then responsible for that amount. Okay, so how was insurance filed and then how is it paid out? So unlike medical offices or medical insurances, we don't file a claim every time a patient comes in for an orthodontic appointment. The initial claim is filed once at the beginning of treatment. From there, the insurance company will pay a certain percentage up front, usually around 20 to 25%. The rest of the benefit is then paid out by the insurance company on a monthly, quarterly, or annual basis until the entire benefit is paid off completely. It's important to know that you should maintain your policy throughout treatment to receive the entire benefit. Also, if for any reason you have a change in coverage during treatment, you should let us know as soon as possible. What happens if you change insurance? So our recommendation is that you try your best to maintain your current policy for the duration of treatment if possible. Now, we also understand that life happens and insurance is changed for various reasons. If that's the case, it is important that you notify our office as soon as there's been any change. If there's a benefit with the new policy, this may impact the overall remaining balance on the patient's account and could result in the patient having to pay the difference. So here's what that may look like an example. Let's say the patient has MetLife insurance at the beginning of treatment with an estimated benefit of $3,000, but the parent switches jobs and now has new coverage through Delta Dental, which will only pay $1,000. The parent is then responsible for paying the difference of that benefit on the patient's account. We're happy to talk through all of this. Again, that's why we say call us as soon as possible, because we know the nuances of how this all works out, and that way we can work with you so you know what's going to change and what your contract will look like going forward due to the change in the policy and the benefit. So what about double coverage? We see a lot of families with two working parents, and usually there's double insurance coverage for ortho treatment. If that's the case, like all things, it's important to let us know as soon as possible so we can determine what each benefit will likely be. This requires some work on our part to check the benefits and to figure out what's called the coordination of benefits for each carrier. This means we'll verify which policy is primary versus which one is secondary and what each policy will likely cover. Oftentimes, the secondary policy won't start paying out until the primary policy has paid the entire benefit. There's intricacies involved based on which insurance carriers they are. Again, the primary versus secondary. Like I said, the sooner that we know that this is going to be part of the insurance coverage for the patient, the sooner we can start to work through things and sit down with you and provide a good understanding of what the kind of comprehensive coverage will look like for the specific patient. All right, last one, I promise. Are retainers covered by insurance? Probably the most common question we get about insurance, aside from help me check my benefit. Now, retainers are covered by insurance as part of comprehensive orthodontic treatment. Replacement retainers, due to loss, breakage, dog ate it, left it on vacation, retainer wears out, which is common after 18 to 24 months. Those instances, a replacement retainer is not covered by insurance, but you are able to use FSA or HSA dollars to pay for a replacement retainer. This also applies to an appliance, a passive appliance, such as a space maintainer or what we often give called a lingual arch or something like that. Okay, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for your attention on this riveting topic. We hope it's been helpful. We are here to help. Again, orthodontic insurance is a complex topic, lots of questions, lots of misconceptions. It is our job to educate patients and families, help them learn about their benefit, understand exactly how this all fits in to orthodontic treatment for them or their child. If you have any questions at all, please let us know. Call us, text us, leave us a comment. We are here to help. That's what we love to do. We hope you have a wonderful day and all the best from Dr. G, Dr. Jono, myself, and our wonderful G team.